Greeting to everyone. We are Group 1 consists with four members, Sharifa Nur Shakira, Dionet Iruddawat, Amisha Binti Sohami, and myself, Tatil Lizeno. We'll give our review about this book titled The Old Man and the Sea by Ernest Hemingway. So let's start with short summary plotline. Dion, if you may.
Thank you, Charity. So, I will present about the short, the short summary outline about the Old Man and the Sea. This book is a story about a son of Santiago, an aging Cuban fisherman who has endures an epic struggle with a giant marlin. After 41st day without a catch, Santiago set out alone into deep water and hooks the marlin. He admires the fish strength and the beauty, seeing it as a worthy opponent. He eventually killed the marlin, but faced with a new challenge, which is shark attack the marlin's carcass, and despite Santiago's efforts to fight them off, they devour the fish, leaving only the skeleton. He feels exhausted and defeated. Santiago returns to shore with Marlin's remains as proof of his struggle. The story explores themes of resilience, pride, and relationship between humans and nature. Santiago's order is both a personal tribute and a poignant reminder of life's relentless challenge. So, we will continue with a question to respond.
Thank you, Dionette. Now I will take over to discuss about question to respond, which the question is who were the main character? As we know, the main character in the All Men in the Sea is Santiago, an old fisherman. He is the protagonist of this story who struggled with physical and mental challenges while fighting a giant marlin fish. But there are also other important characters which are Manolin, a boy who used to fish with Santiago, although she can no longer fish with him at her parents' wishes. She admires to Santiago and takes care of him, helping with food and supply. Second is marlin fish. Although not a human character, this large fish is Santiago's main enemy and a symbol of the strength and beauty of nature. Third is shark. They represent the descriptive for Santiago face as they threaten the marlin he is caught. Now, I will like hand over to Amisha, who will continue with the next part of the presentation.
Thank you, Sharifa. The question that I will present is where the character credible. I have two characters that I think credible in this novel, which is Santiago and Manolin. Santiago is the old man who is the main character in this novel. Santiago is a fisherman who has not caught fish for a long time, but he still has the spirit and determination to continue his struggle. His courage, passion, and dedication to catching marlin show the human nature full of perseverance and fighting power. Although he faced great physical and mental challenges, Santiago stick to his life principles which make his character very believable in the context of men's struggle against fate and nature. My second point of character credible is Manolin, a young boy who greatly respects Santiago and wants to learn from him. Although Manolin's role in this story is not as big as Santiago, he is also a believable character as he shows deep loyalty and love for the old man and portray a strong relationship between the older and younger generation. Thank you. I will pass to the next present.
Thank you, Amisha. So, I will answer the question about what did the main characters do. So, as we know, the main character is Santiago. I only list 2 point. What did Santiago do in this story? Firstly, he struggled with failure. For example, Santiago is an old fisherman who is not caught a fish in 44 days, leading others in his village to see him as unlucky. However, he remains hopeful and determined to success. Next, set out to sea. He determined to break his streak of bad luck. Santiago ventures far out into the Gulf Stream in his small skiff. So next, we will continue with the personal opinion.
Thank you to Dionette again. Now I will take over with next part about personal opinion. The question is, did you like the book and why? In my opinion, yes, I really like this book because in this story we can learn many lessons such as perseverance and courage. For example, in this story, Santiago never gave up despite fatigue, pain, and defeat. From there, we can learn to keep fighting even if the results are not what we expected. This story remind me of a situation in my own life where I have also faced great challenges. For example, when I failed to achieve something I dreamed of, but the effort I made taught me many valuable things. Like Santiago, I realized that success is not just about result, but about the strength we show along the way. Do you, that's all for me now. Do you have any opinion to add?
Yeah, I also like the novel The Old Man and the Sea because of the very moving storyline where I feel sorry for the main character Santiago because he is old but he still fight despite the uncertainty. I feel touched because this novel tell about the uncertainty of life and a person struggle to achieve something that does not bear fruit but is valuable because of the experience from before. Thank you.
Thank you, Amisha. Now, let's move to next presentation, Charity.
Thank you, Sharifa. So I'll continue it. So my personal opinion about my favorite part of the book is when Santiago, the old fisherman, talks to the giant marlin and struggles with it for days. This part shows how strong and determined Santiago is, even though he is old and gets tired quickly, but he never gives up, even when things get really hard. We can see it throughout reading the book that Santiago endures physical pain and exhaustion as he battled the marlin for 3 days and nights. His hand become pain and cramped from holding the fishing line, even when he is asleep. Despite the challenges, Santiago remained focused and determined, showing his resilient and unwavering spirit, which make this part truly inspiring. However, this part also my favorite because of the marlin itself. As an animal lover, reading this part make me feel the marlin struggles, which make me sad, angry, and full of pity. But seeing the marlin intelligence and gentle nature make me admire it harder. This situation make this part of the story even more impactful for me. So, does anyone like to share their opinion about this question?
I think I agree what you said is so true, Charity. Santiago fighting against the Marine is truly inspiring and it shows the spirit of never give up. That's all to for me. That's all from me to add opinion about the favorite part of the book. Now, let's shift our focus to hear about personal recommendation from Amisha first.
I will continue the presentation by personal recommendation, which is would you recommend it to another person? Yes, I think I will recommend this story to my friend because The story of this novel touches the heart and provides motivation to those who read it because of Santiago's struggle, where even though Santiago is full of suffering, it gives a very positive message about perseverance, courage, and the spirit of not giving up in catching fish. Through this novel, it can give other inspiration for those who are experiencing difficulties to continue to fight until they succeed. Thank you.
So I have the same that will recommend it to another person, as we know that this book has its own path that will give inspiring or motivation to anyone who will read it. So that's all my opinion. So I will continue it with my personal recommendations of type of person that would like to read the book. So the first one is person who love fishing. This is because the type of person understand the variety and value of catching a marlin. Their patience, skill, and endurance require in such an effort. Additionally, they can relate to the emotional high of success and the heartbreak of lose. So the next type of person is the one who love adventure because they are often drawn to stories of great survival and exploration. They enjoy tales where characters face unpredictable challenges and must rely on their courage, wit, and determination to overcome obstacles. Santiago's journey on the sea captured this spirit of adventure as every moment is filled with uncertainty and danger. Does anyone like to share their opinion?
Yes, I agree with you, Charity. The types of person that would like to read this book is people who love to fishing and love with adventures. That's all for me. Thank you.
Thank you, Dionel. So I will pass it to the one who will conclude this book review video.
Thank you for you guys to about the book review. Now I want to conclude the about the almond and the sea teach us about perseverance and the spirit of determination despite great challenges. Thank you for listening to this review.